Why is it that rude people can ruin your day so quickly? We've all been there, dealing with someone who's being difficult, disrespectful, or just plain mean. But the good news is, there are effective ways to handle these situations without letting them get the best of you. In this video, we'll cover 7 practical strategies to help you stay calm, set boundaries, and even diffuse the tension with a little humor. Whether it's at work, in public, or even with someone you know, these tips will help you keep your cool and manage rudeness like a pro. Stick around to learn how to handle rude people with confidence and grace. Stay calm and composed. When someone is rude to you, it's natural to feel a surge of anger or frustration. But reacting in the heat of the moment can often make things worse. That's why it's so important to stay calm and composed. When you feel your temper rising, take a deep breath and count to 10. This simple act can help you regain control and give you a moment to think before you respond. Staying calm doesn't mean you're letting the rude behavior slide. It means you're choosing not to let it get the best of you. By keeping your cool, you're more likely to handle the situation effectively and without escalating the conflict. Plus, your calm demeanor can set a positive example for others, showing that it's possible to deal with rudeness in a mature and controlled way. So, the next time someone's rudeness starts to push your buttons, remember to pause, breathe, and stay composed. It's a small but powerful way to keep the situation from spiraling out of control and to maintain your peace of mind. Don't take it personally. When someone is rude to you, it's easy to feel hurt or offended. But here's the thing, most of the time, their rudeness has nothing to do with you. They might be having a rough day, dealing with stress, or struggling with their own issues. By reminding yourself that their behavior is more about them than it is about you, you can avoid taking it personally. Not taking rudeness to heart can save you a lot of unnecessary stress. Instead of letting their bad attitude ruin your mood, you can choose to brush it off and keep your peace of mind. This doesn't mean you're ignoring the rudeness. It means you're choosing not to let it affect you on a personal level. So, the next time someone is rude, take a step back and remember that it's likely not about you. By doing this, you can protect your own well-being and respond to the situation with more understanding and grace. Set boundaries. Setting boundaries is essential when dealing with rude people. It's important to let them know, politely but firmly, that their behavior isn't acceptable. By setting clear boundaries, you're standing up for yourself and showing that you expect to be treated with respect. For example, if someone speaks to you in a rude or disrespectful way, you might say, "I don't appreciate being spoken to like that. Let's discuss this respectfully." This kind of response makes it clear that while you're open to conversation, you won't tolerate rudeness. It's not about creating conflict. It's about protecting your self-respect and encouraging better communication. Establishing boundaries doesn't have to be confrontational. It's simply about communicating what's okay and what isn't. When you do this, you're not only defending your own well-being, but you're also setting the tone for a more respectful interaction. Remember, it's okay to expect and demand respect from others, and setting boundaries is a healthy way to ensure that. Use humor to diffuse tension. Humor can be a surprisingly effective way to handle rudeness. When things start to get tense, sometimes a light-hearted comment or a quick joke can completely change the mood. A little bit of humor can disarm a rude person and take the edge off the situation, making it easier to move forward without conflict. The key is to keep your humor friendly and not sarcastic. Sarcasm can easily be misunderstood and might make things worse, but a well-timed, gentle joke can show that you're not taking the rudeness too seriously and that you're willing to let it go. It can also help to break the tension and steer the conversation in a more positive direction. For example, if someone is being particularly difficult, you might say something like, "Looks like someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed today," with a smile. This kind of humor acknowledges the tension without escalating it and often it's enough to lighten the mood and keep things from getting out of hand. Show empathy. Showing empathy can be a powerful way to handle rudeness. Sometimes people are rude because they're dealing with something difficult and they don't know how to express it. By taking a moment to understand their perspective, you can often soften their attitude and turn the situation around. When someone is being rude, try to look beyond their words and consider what might be going on beneath the surface. A simple statement like, "I can see you're upset. How can I help?" can make a big difference. It shows that you're not just reacting to their rudeness, but you're genuinely interested in understanding their feelings and finding a way to help. Empathy doesn't mean you're excusing bad behavior, but it can help de-escalate the situation. When people feel heard and understood, they're often more likely to calm down and communicate more respectfully. So, next time you're faced with rudeness, try responding with empathy. It might be just what's needed to shift the conversation to a more positive note. Walk away if necessary sometimes. The best way to handle rudeness is to simply walk away. If someone's behavior continues to be toxic despite your efforts to address it calmly, removing yourself from the situation can be the wisest choice. Walking away doesn't mean you're giving up. It means you're prioritizing your mental well-being and refusing to engage in a conflict that won't lead anywhere positive. When a situation gets too heated or disrespectful, taking a step back can prevent things from escalating further. It gives both you and the other person time to cool down and reflect. You can always revisit the conversation later when emotions aren't running so high and it's easier to communicate effectively. It's important to remember that you don't have to endure rudeness just to keep the peace. Walking away is a way of setting a boundary and protecting yourself from unnecessary stress. It's okay to choose your peace of mind over a confrontation that's unlikely to be resolved in the moment. Seek support. Dealing with rude people can be exhausting, and it's okay to admit when it's taking a toll on you. That's why seeking support from friends, family, or colleagues can be so helpful. Talking about what you're going through with people who care about you can provide much-needed relief and perspective. When you share your experiences, you're not just venting, you're opening yourself up to advice and new strategies for handling similar situations in the future. Sometimes, just knowing that someone else understands what you're going through can make all the difference. They might offer insights you hadn't considered, or simply be there to listen, which can be incredibly comforting. Remember, you don't have to handle everything on your own. Reaching out for support is a sign of strength, not weakness. By leaning on others when you need it, you can recharge emotionally and approach challenging situations with fresh energy and a clearer mind. Remember, dealing with rude people doesn't have to ruin your day. By staying calm, setting boundaries, and using the strategies we've discussed, you can keep control of the situation and protect your peace of mind. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more advice on handling life's challenges with confidence. Thanks for watching.